taking the time to watch this video. I am Sandra. This is True Crime Unfolds. Now, this is a true crime and makeup channel, but with this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case going on, I really need to feel like I need to speak out because it is crazy what's going on. Now, one thing that I wanted to point out why I don't believe Amber is because, which I'm going to play a clip of it where she testifies that she was punched in the face repeatedly by Johnny. Now, this hit home for me because this exact thing happened to me. My abuser is in prison currently. I did testify against him. So when she said this, I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe her. I was sitting there in my living room like, I got to see the photos. I have to see the photos because I still have photos of that night. I lived with my abuser for 2 years. That night was the worst out of all of it because he never hit me in the face. He always hit my body so people wouldn't know that he was abusing me. But that night he did. He just punched me in my face repeatedly I could not tell you how many times he hit me in the face, but I knew he was going to kill me that night. I knew if I didn't get out of there when I did, he was going to kill me. Now, this is how she describes Johnny, that she's just so terrified of this man. And
this is a man who tried to kill me.
He's going to kill her, right? So I'm going to play the clip.
You testified to an incident in March of 2013 where Mr. Depp hit you in the face multiple times. Do you recall that?
That's correct.
And you testified, quote, you don't know how many times he hit you in the face.
That's correct.
So Mr. Depp hit you in the face multiple times while he was wearing rings on this occasion, correct?
Which occasion in March are you referencing? You weren't
The
specific.
testimony that you gave on day 15 of this trial, March of 2013. You weren't specific as to the day.
There were several incidents.
The one where he hit you several times in the face.
I'm sorry, just so I understand better. There were several incidents in March. Which one are you asking me about?
The time that he hit you several times in the face wearing rings.
Well, he pretty much
March
always...
of 2013.
Right. What are you asking me? I'm sorry.
He was wearing rings on that occasion?
I pretty much always knew him to wear rings.
Okay, let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 170A, which is already in evidence, Your Honor. You testified that this is a picture you took after that incident, right, Ms. Herad?
Yes, that was one where he grabbed me.
And hit you in the face so many times that you don't remember. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And there's no injuries to your face in this picture, are there?
Not that this picture shows.
And there's no medical records reflecting that you sought treatment after this alleged incident.
Of how she describes Johnny punching her in the face repeatedly over and over again. Then I'm going to show you the picture that she showed in court. And then I'm going to show you the picture of my abuse. Of the same thing that she went through. And when I seen her pictures, I'm sorry, I was just like, I can't believe her because Johnny wears a lot of rings. A lot of rings. And if he would have hit her in the face repeatedly, she wouldn't just have this little black eye and a busted lip. She would have lacerations on her face. I mean, some of them rings that he has. Now, that's one of the reasons why I don't believe her. Now, another reason why is the recordings.
Because it's relevant. I don't know. Many of those things.
Didn't you earlier go get a propanol?
Yes, I have propanol right here. What does that change? It changes how you react to stimuli. It keeps you calmer. It's supposed to slow your heart rate down. It has absolutely no psychological... No, it does not. It has zero psychological effect whatsoever. It reacts physically to the mechanisms in your brain that control your heart. That's it. It does not make me less upset, clearly. It does not make you less... It does not affect you psychologically. It is a fact. You should fucking know! It does not make you fucking calm, as you can clearly see.
If you have to go and make a speech, or if you have to do this or that makes you nervous, propanolol is what they give you. Propanolol is what they give you.
No doubt.
Okay? So
The recordings of her going off the handle, screaming, yelling, I mean, it's insane. And when I lived with my abuser for 2 years, I didn't have a voice. I didn't have a voice. I was not allowed to get loud. I was not allowed to speak my opinion, because if I did, I knew that was going to be a fight, which was going to lead to him hitting me, choking me, slapping me. So you walk around them like you're walking on eggshells. You don't want to upset them, because you know if you upset them, it's going to end up to you being abused, and you don't know if this time he's going to kill you or she's going to kill you. Because I'm sorry, men can also be a victim too. You hear me? You hear me, right? Let me repeat that. Men can also be a victim. Statistics to 2022, statistics say that 1 out of 3 women are abused in relationships, but 1 out of 4 men are also abused in relationships. Okay, so you heard that, right? This is working. Men can also be a victim too. Okay, just so you know that. I didn't know if you know that, because I can't believe that there are Amber Heard supporters. Like, I'm sorry, have you not heard the recordings? Have you not heard the way she talked to Johnny? It's especially some of these recordings, which I will play a clip.
Fucking Travis.
you're just afraid that the truth will come out.
What truth?
That you lied.
What are you fucking talking about? I didn't fucking even have a fucking thing to lie about. What are you fucking talking about? Every fucking fight, there's a new thing that you've convinced yourself is a lie.
I said to you, Amber, tell Travis what you just did. Did you just fucking, did you punch me in the fucking jaw? Did you fucking kick? Did you? Did you? And you wouldn't say a fucking word. I don't know.
So I'm like, okay. Another thing is, she bought Johnny a freaking knife, which I'm going to show you a picture of.
Mr. Depp, do you recall the occasion on which Miss Heard gave you this knife?
I don't recall exactly the occasion, whether...
Who buys their abuser a knife? And this is after he sexually assaulted her with a bottle, allegedly, that Amber says. And, like, okay, and you go and buy him a knife for Christmas? And not only that, it said "until death" on it. Okay, to me, that sounds like that's a threat, a death threat to Johnny. Why would she give her abuser a knife when she was terrified for her life? But she put "until death" on it. I think it was more like a threat to Johnny, like, till death, you are mine. Right? She is all the way crazy. And so, oh my Lord, I forgot about my makeup. I have a fiery look for today, a fiery look, because my blood is just boiling over this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, okay? Because she filed her restraining order and her divorce right during the period where Harvey Weinstein was going, he was being arrested and charged, and all these women were coming out accusing him of sexual assault, and he is in prison. And I think she just thought this was a perfect opportunity, because there's always that narrative that men are stronger than women. Men can't be victims because they're stronger than women. And this Harvey Weinstein was a perfect example of a man in power and doing what he wants with women. Of Amber saying, go ahead, Johnny, tell them you're a victim. Who will believe you?
And
Yes.
it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's fair fight my ass.
Exactly, because you're bigger and you're stronger. And so when I say that I thought you could kill me, that doesn't mean you counter with you all.
Because I think she got that in her head that he's a man, she's a woman, so she can't be the abuser. He has to be the abuser because he's bigger and stronger than her. And I'm sorry, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. Plus, forgot again about my makeup. I'm telling you, like, this stuff really gets me heated. It's just, and it's like a circus. Oh my Lord, listening to her professionals testify. Okay, let's get into this look before I just keep rambling and not get to what I was trying to say, because I've been trying to make this video for a long time, and it's just like, I want to get my point, like my opinion, which, no, this is all my opinion from what I've seen. This is my opinion. It's all legit. Just so you know, go and do your own research, form your own opinion. If you're on my side and you like my opinion, then go ahead and like this video. But like I said, this is my opinion. This is my opinion from what I've seen and what I've heard. Okay. Now let's get into this makeup look while we talk about Johnny Depp. Now, she admitted to hitting Johnny. Not only hitting Johnny, but also kicking a door into his face. Now,
the bathroom door and hitting me in the skull as I was bent down.
I am
Wait,
sorry.
if you have those memory, fucking, you know, divots.
I was upset. There was a lot going on, and I was on an Ambien.
Okay,
Like, why are you obsessing over the fact that I can't remember it the way you remembered it? I said I was sorry.
Okay,
I didn't deny
I know
it.
that. I'm not talking about that. What
she says on this day that she was trying to get away from him and getting into a room. And that Johnny, she hit Johnny because, he was trying to get into the room too, while she was trying to close the door. And I guess he had scraped her toes. Now, we all heard in the court, the audio, them talking about this. Okay, they were talking about this, and it seems that if Johnny was trying to get away from Amber, and Amber didn't want him to run, she wanted to fight.
Escape the fight.
You don't escape the fight. You escape the solution.
No.
You escape the solution.
No.
You escape figuring it out. We cannot work it out if you run away to the bathroom every time.
Listen to me. Listen to me. A boxer can't go 12 rounds without a fucking minute break.
I'm not giving you a minute break. You do it at minute 3 at the beginning of an argument.
No. There are rounds, man. And when it gets too fucking hairy, the ref splits them apart or whatever. But all I'm saying is, you can't have a solution if the argument just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting. I fucking go into the bathroom and sit on the floor. Bam, 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 here you come. I come out. Fight, crazy, escalated. I go split again, I go to another fucking bathroom or a bedroom or something. Knock, 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 bang, bang, bang. You kept coming together.
You want to talk now. She's just one of those people that when you're having an argument, she wants to keep on arguing. She don't care if it gets to a physical fight. She just, as long as you keep attention on her. Johnny, he walks away. He needs to get a minute. He needs to get his crap together, you know? Especially when you're arguing with someone like that. Like, listening to her, the way she talks, and when she's angry, it's like, okay, hold on. I need a minute from this. I need a break. He says that he's gone rounds with her and that he just needed a break. Okay, back to the incident where she kicks the door into his face. Lord Jesus, forgive me for laughing. But it's crazy because she's trying to flip it. She's trying to flip it and say Johnny was the one that was abusing her. But he was trying to get away from her. He went into the bathroom trying to close the door. And he scraped her toes. Now, he scraped her toes. He bent down to check her toes because he realized he had hurt her. But this is the man that abuses her, treats her like shit, don't care about her, possibly might kill her. Yeah. Bends down to check her toes. Now, when he bends down to check her toes, he says he doesn't know if she kicked the door or she hit the door, but the door hit him in the face. And not only did that happen, but she decked him in the face. Okay. I'm like, I'm a little confused here because you testified and said that you were terrified of this man. You said that this man, that you were scared that he was going to kill you. So, but you decked him in the face? Okay. I'm just comparing my, abusive relationship to hers, and I never hit him. Never, not once did I hit him. And I just didn't want to escalate it because I was terrified for my life. So when I wouldn't say we, because it was mostly him, we had these arguments, I guess you could call. I usually would just stand there and be quiet and just let him vent, because I knew if I tried to put my opinion out there or raise my voice, he would hit me. So I'm a little confused, but okay, Amber, we hear you, Amber. I'm sorry, I don't believe her. She exaggerates, she flips the lies, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait until Amber's sister's employer testifies, because that night they were talking about how Johnny almost pushed Amber down the stairs. Well, apparently, according to this employer, Amber's sister told her that Amber was trying to push Johnny down the stairs and damn near pushed her down the stairs. And that's why she didn't want to stay in the penthouse no more. So she slept in her house. But that's not what she said on the stand. That's not what Amber's sister said on the stand. And I feel so bad for Johnny, because you know how he wore his glasses all the time. But when Amber's sister testified, he looked right at her. And when she started to say those things about him, you could tell it upset him.
She was emaciated. She wasn't sleeping. She had developed a heart condition, and her eyes were sunken in. She just looked like two different.
Lack of foundation calls for hearsay.
It upset him. He put his glasses back on. He put his head down, and it was sad. And I think it's because Amber's sister is terrified of Amber.
Oh, thank you. Got into an altercation.
Oh.
Already talked about it. Won't talk about it anymore.
I can't believe Amber beat your ass. I know you could beat her ass.
We're not going to talk about that.
Whitney, truth or dare? Okay, did you really start the fight with your sister, or did she start it? For real.
We're not going to talk about that.
She really did whoop your butt.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
Yeah, I guess I'm done talking about it.
And I think that Whitney, that's her name, Whitney, confided in Johnny, each other, because they were both being abused by the same abuser. And I think it upsetted him that she just didn't tell the truth to get Amber exposed and just left them hanging. I think he thought that she was gonna, tell the truth, but she didn't. Anyway, so I can't wait till she testifies, because she says that what Whitney said was a lie and that it was actually the other way around. So pretty insane. Now let's go to the finger incident. I do not believe Amber whatsoever. I don't believe her, because it just doesn't make sense how she's explaining it. I will play a clip of how she explains how Johnny hurt his finger.
Next to my head, holding me by the neck. I get free from him. I kind of step back from him, and it's like his energy shifted to the phone. There's a wall-mounted phone on the wall next to where my head was, and he went from punching the wall to like realizing there was a phone there, and he picked up the phone and he's screaming. He's like at the top of his lungs, screaming, "I fucking hate you! I fucking hate you! You ruined my fucking life!" And screaming at the top of his lungs, he picks up the phone and starts bashing the phone against the wall where I was just being held. And I remember kind of having some distance on what was happening and watching him do this. And it was like his energy had shifted, and I was that phone all of a sudden. And he was just over and over again smashing this phone into the wall, over and over again, screaming at me. And I was watching the phone every single time he pulled his hand back. It was just breaking into pieces. I remember thinking this phone is disappearing. He's smashing it to smithereens, just going into the wall.
And then how Johnny says his finger got hurt.
This is the bar where the glass was, and the bottles. If this was the bar and I'm sitting here like this, she would grab the bottle and she would go there. She went there. And so I was leaning like this in the chair, looking at her. First bottle went, then I got the other bottle, shot. Takes the second bottle, which was the larger one. I'm in this position again, and my hand is on the edge of the bar, like that, you know, leaning over, the fingers like that, and she threw the large bottle, and it made contact and shattered everywhere. And I honestly didn't feel the pain at first at all. I felt no pain whatsoever. What I felt was, I felt heat. I felt heat, and I felt as if something were dripping down my hand, you know. And then I looked down and realized that the tip of my finger had been severed, and I was looking directly at my bones sticking out, and the meaty portion of the inside of your finger, and blood was just pouring.
And then you let me know down below who you believe. And then, so, as she's explaining how Johnny cut a third of his finger off, and you can see how she's explaining it in detail. She talks about how she sees the foam come back, how he punches it and it's just disappearing. But you notice that she doesn't explain any blood. Now, I cut not a third, but maybe a quarter of my tip of my finger off at work. It bled so much. There was blood everywhere. I thought I was going to bleed to death. And then they tell me they can't stitch it because I cut it clean off. So, yeah, I don't believe her. Johnny, it sounds more believable of what Johnny said. And if you look at the x-rays of his finger, it was literally like smashed. The bone was like smashed where it was cut.
What we're looking at here in this x-ray. 2 x-rays of Mr. Depp's right middle finger after the injury, and towards the tip of the finger there's a fracture, again what I described as a comminuted fracture, meaning there are multiple pieces at the tip. There's also a transverse component to the fracture closer to the joint.
So I do believe that his hand was on the bar. She threw the bottle and it hit the tip of the finger, and when the impact, the glass shattered and then took a third of his finger with it when it shattered outwards. I think that's what happened. It sounds more believable than what Amber is stating. It does. It sounds more believable to me. I don't know how it sounds to you, but to me, it sounds more believable. And then on top, because I'm sorry, because it had to have been so much blood. And plus, there's a recording of the people that come after the aftermath, and they. Talk about how much blood there is. If he is punching the wall like and loses a third of his finger, there's going to be blood everywhere. It's going to be splattered where that foam used to be, because he's just losing all this blood, and he's with that momentum, it would be just Why didn't she get a picture of that? Why didn't she get a picture of that? She only took a picture of the writing on the mirror. But we all know Amber loves to take pictures. She's got tons of pictures. And I'm sorry, I seen that picture of where she says Johnny pulled out her hair. And I put air quotes because just after my abuser was locked up, a year afterwards, I had this bipolar. I lived in an apartment, and this man lived above me. I didn't have no idea who this man was. I seen him as I came and go, but I guess he was bipolar. He stopped taking his medication, and he broke into my house at about 4 in the morning. He said he was going to kill me, all types of crazy stuff. And he yanked out a lot of my hair, and it did not look like that. It did not look like that. It was pulled from the root. I'm like looking at the hair in the picture. It looked like she took like a small bunch of hair, so nobody would notice that she cut it, maybe underneath here, and then snipped it, and then went like this and dropped it. And do you see how her finger is pointing to it? Yeah, look at the hair, look at the picture, and tell me those ends don't look like they were cut. They don't look like they were pulled from the root. When you pull someone's hair out, it's the root. You have the root and everything attached to it. It looks like it's just like the end part of her hair.
Yes.
No objection.
520 in evidence.
I'm sorry, her hair is light, and it just looks like she pulled the hair to the side where she's going a little thin. That does not look like someone yanked out of her hair. There ain't no blood. It doesn't look red. She's just light hair. Her hair is light, so she looks like she's just going a little thin there.
This whole charade is for money. I honestly think that's exactly what Ms. Heard's plans is. She just wants that money. Just like in the divorce. In the divorce, she got $7 million and 2 of their cars. And they were only married for 15 months. 15 months. That's it. That's all they were married. Just 15 months. And they were in therapy 10 of those months. That's what's crazy. And I think I'm going to play you guys a clip of Johnny at a premiere.
Globe, do you have a message for your fans right now, Mr. Depp?
I'm scared to death. I'm frightened, and I don't know what to do. I'm confused, and I want to go home.
よろしくお願いします。まず久々の日本についての感想を聞かせてください。
I think he was trying to ask for help. I really do. I think he didn't know what to do. Because you got to think, he's in his almost 60. He's like 50, 58. So when they got together, he was in his 50s. So he came from a different era than Miss Heard. So like in his era, women, we were stay at home, we cooked, cleaned, things like that. So I think when he got with Ms. Heard, and she was just this firecracker who used verbal and physical to fight with him.
Fuck off,
Because you start physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable. Every single time. What's your excuse? When there's not a physical fight, then what's the excuse there?
I don't think he was used to that because women weren't like that. We were just like these quiet little things in the background behind men. So I don't think he was, I think he was just like, what the hell? What do I do? Like he said, he was confused and he wanted to go home. So I think, honestly, I think he was talking about Miss Heard. I think he really was like trying to reach out for help. Like, somebody help me, please. This woman is crazy. Especially when she kicked a door into his face. Like, really? You're gonna kick a door and then not only kick the door, but then punch him in the face. Okay. But she didn't hit him. And then if you look at her first testimony about this hit and then look how she responded the second time, I love Camille. She is my favorite. I'm like, go girl, get her. Get that bitch. No. It just pisses me off. It really does piss me off because I am a survivor of domestic violence. I am. And listening to Miss Heard and Johnny and all the things that are going online, like the video or the audio, it's like, she is the abuser. You're a coward. I know. And you know it. I was thinking about it. You are a coward. I've never met a bigger coward.
You're on a tailspin into a
I've never met a bigger coward in my life.
That's cool.
I've never met a bigger coward in my life than you. You're a spoiled brat.
He's the victim, and now since she can't control him anymore because he mentioned he wanted a divorce, so she ran and got the divorce first. But not only did she get a divorce, she got a restraining order or a protection order, and it was right around that time. Go watch the documentary on Harvey Weinstein on Netflix. Okay, all this was happening during this time, and I think she just saw an opportunity. An opportunity is what she was like, oh, I can say this and this, and all the public is going to be on my side because I'm going to be the victim during this divorce. She just wanted people to be on her side. But sorry, honey, I'm not on your side, and I'm all for women's rights, all for women being strong, but you are a liar and you're all the way crazy. And like, I have nothing against you, but I hope you get help. I hope she gets help that she needs, because she is crazy. She is crazy. I can't believe she's going through with all of this. Like, and she's crazy. She's psycho. She really is. She's just this. Let me not, because I forgot this is YouTube. I'm telling you, she got my blood boiling. That's how I'm like, okay, we're going to do a fiery red look today. Because she got me boiling. I'm telling you. Oh my God, she got me boiling. It's like, really? Miss Herad? Really? Okay, Miss Herad, we hear you. But I don't believe her. I'm sorry, I don't believe her.
Right, looks like it doesn't have those.
The light.
Isn't it true you just edited these photographs?
No, I've never edited a photograph.
Didn't you just enhance the saturation for one of these photos to make your face look more red?
No, that's incorrect. I didn't touch it.
And I cannot wait till Friday when they do the last testimonies and stuff, and they do the last arguments. I cannot wait, because I honestly think Johnny's team, they got something. They got something up their sleeve. And plus, they have more time than Miss Herad. So, we'll see. We'll just have to see. But I really do hope he wins this case. I pray and hope he wins this case, because she was the abuser. And she tried to slander his name. She tried to slander his name. A lot of people are on Johnny Depp's side. Listening to those audios, that was just damning. That shit was just damning to her. Okay, you could tell that she was the abuser, and poor Johnny was just the victim, and he didn't know how to handle it. And I feel for him. I really do, because like I said, I am a survivor of domestic violence myself, and I don't believe Miss Herad. I don't. She instigated those fights. She hit Johnny, and it's like, when I was living with my abuser, I didn't want to hit him. He wanted to hit me, but I didn't want to hit him. You know, you still feel for that person. Like, it's just a horrible situation to be in. And you don't want to, you definitely do not want to instigate a fight, because you do not know if this is the time. Is it this fight? Is it going to be this fight that he kills me? You know what I mean? I know there's got to be victims out there. You know, that's the crazy thing about this, is because the whole reason why I wanted to start this channel, this true crime and makeup channel, was to have a hobby to help me get over what I've been through. Because I'm still struggling with it to this day. And it just makes me sick that she's just playing this victim card. Because the night that I was assaulted, that night when I showed that picture to you, I called the cops before that happened, and they did not believe me. They did not take me seriously, and they just told him to leave. And then I was just upset, and I would probably call him later. And I also told them that he had my house key, and they're like, oh no, he don't have it. He wore it on his neck, on his shoelace, and I was not allowed to have that key. But they didn't believe me. And it's because of women like this that play the victim card, that exaggerate things, and lie, that real victims are not believed. And this is what just it's just what gets me heated. It really does. It's because I wanted to start this channel. I wanted to do true crime and makeup, because I wanted to have a hobby to help me get through what I've been through. Because not only was I through domestic violence, but I also went through sexual assault. So it's like, sorry guys, my lovely cat knocked out the cord, so my my camera stopped recording. Anyway, so this is the finished look. I was talking about how, before the camera cut out, how I wanted to start this channel because I am a survivor of domestic violence and I needed a hobby to help me get through what I've been through. Plus, I want to be there for other people who have gone through what I've gone through and just let them know, like, it will be okay. It will be okay. Thank you for staying till the end. I am going to make another video about the trial after Friday when last arguments are said. And then I will make another one when the jury does deliberate. But like I said, this is a true crime and makeup channel. You know, I was inspired by Bailey Sarian and Danielle and Christina. You know that all of them do makeup, but some of them do. And I'm just like, yeah, man, like that's what I want to do. Like they bring awareness, first of all, to violence. Second of all, they keep the stories of the victims alive. And it's just like, in makeup to me, like I said, this is how I express myself. I am no way in any shape and form a makeup artist. I just love makeup because it's a way to express myself. It's like painting, but you're painting your face. So if you do want to see another one of my videos, go ahead and subscribe and you'll know when I post. So until next time, be kind. Try to do something nice for someone else. Just one person. It doesn't have to be a bunch of people. Just one person. Like if you're in the McDonald's line getting your coffee in the morning, pay for the person behind you. Believe me, it'll make you feel better about yourself, and it's also a kind thing to do. And that person will pay it forward to another person. And you don't know, just by buying that cup of coffee for the person behind you could make a big difference in their life. They could be having a terrible time, and then all of a sudden you do this kind act. It could be big for them. So like I said, be kind. Till next time, I'll see y'all later.